Good evening, and welcome to the 26th edition of the LIVRESQ Empower Your Teaching webinar. I'm very excited to be here. My name is Raluca Bolocan. I'm your host for these series of webinars, generally, with a few exceptions. And our purpose is to talk about LIVRESQ and to explain different bits of the app and to explain different functionalities and also to bring you the latest LIVRESQ news. And tonight I have a very interesting topic to share with you, and I'm going to have a lot of fun explaining it because it's about how to use LIVRESQ in order to collaborate with your team. So to create projects together with your team, to share these projects, to create maybe templates for your organization or for your school. It really depends on how you prefer to work. But what I want to show you is how to do that. And without further ado, I'm going to start demonstrating. I'm going to reshare my screen. Just a second to feature the app. And then we'll see how we can share a project or how we can share lessons or materials we create and how we can efficiently collaborate with others. So right now you are seeing my screen and you are seeing the homepage, the LIVRESQ homepage. And in order to navigate to the projects, to our LIVRESQ cloud, to the projects we've created, we're going to go under resources here. So I've organized my projects and my materials because you can also have sections or resources here. I've organized them in folders. You can do the same by using the option up here. And I have one lone project sitting up here. You can see it's a project because it's represented by a box. And what I want to do with this project is share it. So I want other people to be able to edit the project that I'm sharing so that we can edit and we can work on the same copy together. In order to do this, I'm going to select it using a single click. And then up here, a lot of options have activated once I've selected something. And one of them is the share option. If I click it, I have three options. So the first one obviously is by not sharing it. So only I have access to the project, to the editable at the moment. I can share the project with specific teams or emails. So I can share the project with the entire team that I'm part of, or I can type the email of the users that I want to share my project with. Or I can just say that anyone with a link has access to my project, and then I can just copy this link, click on confirm, and this is a very important step. Once I've selected the preferred method that I want to share the project with, I need to click on confirm. So even if I would have entered a few emails here, or maybe I would have selected my team, then I still need to click confirm in order to lock in that option. I can copy the link again. And now I know that my project is shared because I can see this little icon here. So it's now shared by me. And if I were to paste this link in chat or on Facebook or in the comments, then you would have access to the editable of my project and you are able to edit with me. If I no longer want to share my project, so maybe I've finished collaborating with another user, I don't want them to access the editing copy of my project, then I can again select it, go up here, and say that only I have access to this project, and then click on confirm. So right now, it's again private. I'm the only one who can access it, and it's just available on my account. But to share, again, anyone with the link, I copy this link and I click on confirm, and now everybody that I'm giving the link to can edit the project. It's worth mentioning though, and maybe I should have led with that only premium users have access to sharing projects. So this is not a free functionality. So you need a premium account, and also the person you are sharing the project with needs a premium account to be able to view that project. If you have shared multiple projects with others, or if you want to find, or multiple people have shared projects with you, you have these two very handy sections of the homepage. Here, shared by me and shared with me. And you can search through projects. So for instance, if I go with shared with me, we are able to see now all of the projects that have been shared with me and that I can access. If I want to search through these projects, I can use one of the filters here, or I can type in the title of the project. For instance, I know I have a lesson here on the military alphabet, and just start typing the word military, and I can find the shared copy of it. In the same way, now that I have this, hold on, under resources, I know that my project is called shared project. I can go in shared by me, type in shared, and I can find the project that I've shared very easily. Now, one advantage of this function is that it also allows you to create templates. So in order to explain this, I'll first explain how sharing works. So right now, if I give this link, the link that I've just copied, or the link up here to somebody from my team or to somebody who has a premium account, they are also able to edit this project. They are able to enter and see exactly what I see. We don't recommend that you edit the same content at the same time, which means that it works well if you're editing different sections at the same time. But if, for instance, I'll open it in another tab in my browser, and I add an image to this one, and then I enter again, it's not in real time 100%, but I add a gallery. Sometimes there's an error that pops up. Actually, always there's this error that says that my entity is not the latest version. So I can't work on the same content at the same time, but we can edit the same project at different times, or we can work in separate sections, for instance. And that's why sometimes you get this error that, you're not working on the latest entity. It's not updated at the same time. Or it's not updated in real time. If I were to click refresh on this, it will give me the version that was just edited, the one where I added the image. And it works the same way with sharing. So if you want to work with a colleague, don't work at the same time, or if you are working at the same time, work in separate sections, and then this problem wouldn't appear. Right. So maybe, for instance, we want to create, because we did mention this in the ad for the event, that we are also going to teach you, I'm also going to teach you how to create templates for your team. A template essentially is a project that you can work on. Maybe you need specific branding for that. We have a few templates that are available in LIVRESQ, but maybe you need something more specific. And in order to do that, you might not want everybody you've shared the project with to be able to edit it, because if they edit it accidentally, then that affects your template. So what you can do, or the option we provide for this case, is the read only for contributors option. So once I've shared my project and I've selected it again by using a single click, I can click on read only for contributors, which means that now whoever accesses my link can no longer edit this project, but they can only duplicate it. So for instance, I've prepared from a different LIVRESQ account, I've prepared another project that's read-only that I'm going to open in my account in a new tab right now. So it's opening, it's a blank project, there's nothing in it. I have it here, it's called custom made template. I was able to open it, that was fine, but nothing really happened. I can see it. I can find it though and shared with me now that I've opened it. And I know it's called custom made template. So what I can do now, I go under shared with me, I search for the project for my template, for the project that I've just opened, and what I'm able to do now is duplicate it so that I can work on it. Because again, if I try to open it from here, it's not editable. I cannot not alter any, I cannot make any modifications in this instance of the project. It's read only, but I can duplicate it. And the duplicate button essentially creates a copy of that project that I can see, and that the original person who shared the template can see. And now if I double click it, I can edit the project fully. So you can use it as a template essentially. Right now, if I were to give you this link, you would not be able to edit my project because it's read only, but you would be able to duplicate it and use it as a template. So this works again. If you want to create a template, multiple people would have access to it. They would need to use it. They would need to duplicate it. But this way you can make sure that they're not changing anything inside the project so that maybe minor changes or little mistakes don't get duplicated across all of the courses that you're building within your team. So just a brief recap, you have the option to share with your team once you have a premium account. So only if you have a premium account, you can share a project with your team. Don't work at this on the same content in the same section at the same time. You can work in different sections at the same time. And if you want to create a template-like project, something that can be easily shared but not edited by a lot of people, you can select the read only for contributors option here, which essentially means that other users won't be able to edit the project directly. And this is mainly how sharing works. And all of the projects that you shared or that were shared with you, you can find here, and you can search through them using our filters. So really easy to use, really handy in terms of working within a team. Now, if there are any questions regarding any of these functionalities, so anything to do with sharing, you can ask them now, whether you're joining us on Zoom or whether you are watching us on Facebook. If you're watching a recording of this, which is most often the case, then you can leave your comments, you can leave your questions in the comment box below, whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Now, for the next portion of our meeting, as if you're not watching this for the first time, you're used to, I am going to answer questions that we're getting or that we've gotten in the registration form. And the question for tonight actually sparks a longer type explanation, but I'll try to make it as brief as possible. I'm just going to briefly reshare my screen so that you can also hear what I'm doing. Okay, it should work. So we got a question tonight about custom voice text-to-speech generation, custom settings, custom options. So that's why we're going to work on let's just work on my shared project. And I'm going to show you what you can do with text-to-speech and how to access these custom settings. Now, this is a longer explanation because there are many types of custom settings that you can access. So if you want to generate text-to-speech, if you want to generate voices in LIVRESQ, you can do it in 3 separate ways, in 3 separate tools. The easiest one and the most intuitive, if you will, is to generate it on audio, which means that I will add an audio resource. I will double click to edit it, and I have the option here to generate sound, which means that I can select a language, and you have all the languages in the world covered here. I've yet to be proven wrong about this. And then you can write a text and it will generate. So this is one way to use this. Secondly, you can use it on the avatar or on the assistant. And again, to add an assistant, I've done this very quickly. I go to speech, I add it to wherever I want. I won't go into the avatar settings, the speech settings at all. But under sound, I can again access the same voice generation menu up here. I can write a text and I can make the avatar say it in any of the voices or the languages that I want to select. And the third way, which is a newer addition, but I'm sure you're already used to it if you're not watching us for the first time or the second time, is the video. So you can generate video using AI, which again entails choosing a character, selecting a language, selecting a voice, and then writing a text. So this is another way for text to speech. And what we mean by advanced settings, I'm going to go back to the initial way, the easiest way, because they work in very similar, I mean, they basically have the same options for everything. Or what I think the person who's asked this question means by advanced settings is maybe SSML. So first of all, we select the language, and then By the way, for multiple languages, we have different accents, different regions. So for English, if I just type in English, you can see that we have a lot of options for English. American English, of course, has the most voices. We are using Google and Microsoft infrastructure at the moment, so we have a lot of choice. You have a lot of choice regarding voices. So once you've selected a voice, let's just choose Aria, for instance. Some of the voices also get this voice style option, which means that if I just type a text, this is my voice, for instance. If I generate by, and I don't change anything, I don't change the voice style,
This is my voice.
it's just a normal voice. But because I have this advanced option, it is a customizable advanced option, I can make it sound in different ways. So I can give it inflection. So for instance, I can make it whisper.
This is my voice.
I can make her read
This is my voice.
in a sad voice, newscast. So a lot of options, as you can see. This is not present for all of the voices available, but some of them have this advanced setting. Something else we can choose from is for speed and pitch. So we can change the speed. We can make her speak very fast, or we can also make her speak lower or higher pitch-wise.
This is my voice.
So now she speaks faster and she sounds lower. For even more advanced options, so besides these speed, pitch, and voice style for some of the voices, you can also go and edit the SSML if you want to use longer breaks, for instance, if you want to add a break, if you want to add certain aspects regarding pronunciation, you can also add SSML for IPA pronunciation if you are having trouble generating a particular word. So it all works like that as well. So this is the most advanced way to configure voices and to configure text to speech. But otherwise, because the question was about advanced customization, the sort of non-hidden, very easy to use ways to customize voices are regarding style, regarding speed, and pitch. And then you just click generate, save, and by the way,
This is my voice.
once you click save, you can also download the file that you've created, whether you've created it in the avatar, whether you're creating it on the audio resource or the video you create. There's generally a button that looks like this and that allows you to download and further edit if you want. This is the way we create, for instance, dialogues between different characters where we generate them here. We download the MP3s because the file type you download is MP3. We download the MP3s and then we combine them together. So you can also use it like this. And this is generally, I hope it answers the question regarding advanced configuration. So the most advanced SSML, and it works on the avatar as well. It's the same generate menu. We can access SSML and also on the video. If we go on to generate video, we can also write everything in SSML and have more advanced configurations, but you can generally change the style for some voices, the pitch, and the speed. All right. So if there are no questions regarding this on the live, thank you so much for joining us for our 26th edition. If you have any questions for further editions for the future, if you have any topics that you would like us to explore or to explain, please send them my way, whether you can write me an email, you can leave a comment, and we will be sure to get back to you and maybe dedicate an entire edition to the topic you've proposed. It's wonderful to be able to speak directly to our community and to our users, and we really appreciate any type of feedback. And it's really enlightening to us to sort of see how you interact with the app and how you find different functionalities. And this is why it's very important for us. And I hope it's nice for you to see us here, whether you're watching us again on any of the platform that we are posting this on. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you back here, whether live or recording. but generally we meet once every 2 weeks at 6 p.m. Central Eastern Time, Central European Time, 7 Central Eastern Time. And I'm really excited to see you again. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day.